Well, hello there, I'm SurrealBeliefs, and welcome back to another episode for Third Age of War. Well, right now, the men of Gondor, well, they're looking at Khan and going, "Hey Khan, you know what? We don't like you. I mean, we don't like most people, so we're going to take your land and probably punch your kids in the throat." It's kind of mean, actually. I hope they don't do that. That would be terrible. "By the way, I'm taking your wife and punching your kid in the throat." Oh, well, it's not very kind at all. Okay, let's go over here now. We're about to attack a neutral faction. Yes, indeedly we are. Actually, I might go ahead and send Calamir a little bit further out to Crook Boyadla, or whatever it's called. Boyadla. That's a fun name. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and build a watchtower, because I can. I'm able to. Nice. Alright, we have a little location over here. I'm going to go ahead and leave behind these guys, and we can leave, right? Ooh, not quite. That is not so, my friends. Dollar skill? Okay, you won't even do that for me. What about you? Can you help out? Yeah, alright, let's get moving. We need to head over here to Kruk Mahur. Kruk Mahur. We got Carfated Cruel. He's a what? A general? That's it. They have very few men on the front lines. It was suggested to me that I should attack through the back door of Mordor. 1, gross. 2, really, it wouldn't save me anything, really. I mean, look at what they have. They have very little defenses. They have very little to help them out at all with. And so that would just waste my time having to go all the way through here, then kind of just burst out through here when I could just, you know, attack them now and be pretty good. Alright, let's see what's going to happen now. We're going to go ahead. Here's Faramir. Okay, so here's Boromir. He's going to be ready. He's going to go fight over there. I'm going to let Faramir, my dear friend, he's going to travel down here a little bit further, and then he's going to help out a little bit more. So I'm actually, instead, here's what will happen. We'll cross into their lands. They'll hate that. Oh no, boo-hoo, I don't care. And we'll go ahead and let you go after that city. And doing here is he's going to go after a different city. What city shall that be? Maybe one way to... Aha, their capital. I like that. Hold on. No, they'll have more men out there. Maybe I should not. Oh, they've got a lot of talented soldiers too. So, no. Calamir will go. He's got a full army, fairly full. And then doing here, we'll go over here to Kruk Boyodla. That's what we shall do. Good. I have my plan set. So now we just need to pass a few turns and we'll be in a much better place. Also, I've been wanting to discuss a little bit about my channel, what will be happening. I've been thinking about what I've been doing lately. Now, first off, I'm going to branch off again to a more personal topic. Lately, I've been able to realize, through the help of my girlfriend and other important people in my life, such as my best friend, Red One's Candy, that I've been depressed. I didn't know that. Now, how can you not know that? I mean, it doesn't always dawn on people. I'm not really one to go, "Oh yeah, I must be depressed." So I realized that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I am. Like, that explains so much about this year, about my lack of working out, about my lack of doing this or that, and so it kind of just hit me hard. And like, when that was pointed out to me, I took it really hard. I was like, oh my gosh, I just can't believe it. Because I can't, I mean, of course, every commentator has their own personal lives and what they go through. Some people, there's not too much to it all. They just pop up and they're like, hey, this is cool, this is fun. But for other people, they go through things in their lives and they have times that they're not going to mention too much. But I find it a bit of an inspirational thing to share with people whenever you go through a defeat or trial in your life, and to explain how you overcome that. And so, I mean, I was not finding joy in things that I once took joy in. I was feeling apathetic. I was feeling lethargic. And that isn't like me. And I began to think about, man, my commentary doesn't seem the same. It doesn't feel the same. And then I was like, oh, that's even affected what I love to do, which is this commentary here. Now, of course, like I said in the past, it's not a career type view for me. It's a hobby. I love it. At some point, I'll be going for a career, hopefully in a university. I would love to teach. That's my thing. That's what I love. Anyway, from that point on, when I realized that, I was like, okay, all right, Matt, you have to change here. You have to find a way to change. And so it began very simple. First off, I communicated my feelings on certain things. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's not like I was moping around. I was just going, hey, this is how I feel right now. This is what I'm going through. I have to admit that. I have to come to terms with that. It's so old school to just be like, no, I deny everything because I'm a man. It's like, no. That's why men die younger or before women do, because they're more prone to trying to toughen things out or tough things out, and they end up miserable and drunk and angry. So at that point, I was like, okay, so I wanted to change the habits in my life to what I used to do, which is take absolute good care of myself, which I am now once again doing, and it feels amazing, such as working out, eating healthy food constantly, and just staying in a great shape mentally as well. I've been reading more books, I've been doing so much more, I've been going out more, and it's been just a positive experience all my life. I mean, depression is a thing that can hit you out of nowhere. It's not something that you just defeat for all time. It sometimes is a battle, and it can be an uphill battle, but it doesn't always have to be. You just need to take those positive steps. It takes yourself to drag yourself out of the mud and move on. And so I've been doing that, and it's kind of led me to think more about my channel. And I was like, man, I've been doing these series and sticking to the same old format, and I'm like, that's not how I am. I like variety. So I've been thinking, like, I'm going to be doing a sort of like first try series. And I know it's a bunch of convoluted ideas that I'm just throwing out here all together about my personal life, about my channel. But anyway, I'm going to be starting to do a bunch of like first try series where it won't be like a first. I mean, that's like the best title that I can think of right now, because I know there's other people who do the same thing, but I want to do it for myself, where when new games come out, if I can't do a let's play or whatever, I'm going to do a first try. I'm going to try out new things, and I want to do a bunch of mini let's plays if I can. So I mean, that will be another factor for me, is that I will be trying out a lot of new things, like that, and that will let me try so much more, because, you know, some of you may know I've had to delete a good bulk of my channel due to copyrighted soundtracks and things like that, because I didn't know. I mean, keep in mind, I didn't know that I could be a partner on YouTube until like almost a year after I began to do this, and I was seeing like people that were like a fraction of my size getting partnered, and I was like, oh, so I can do this more. I mean, keep in mind, when I was in university, I was cleaning homes, I was doing landscaping. I mean, I'm a humble guy in the sense that I can say that because I'm more than able and willing to do that grunt work to get where I need to be. I never think, oh, I'm above this because I came from that. No, I mean, we all have to do what we have to do to get by in this world, and there's no shame in any good, honest, hard work. I love honest, hard work. There are people, and there are stories that you'll read where people are like, man, I love manual labor, and I hate my job in IT right now. I enjoyed building a sink or putting together a cabinet or whatever, and it felt like pure honest work. I got things done. It felt good, and I can empathize with that. I can understand that in many ways. And like I told many of you in the past in certain videos about why I began YouTube to help me with my public speech, I even noticed that this year my speech was starting to begin to decline in its quality and my capability to enunciate and pronounce. And I was like, oh, that is also a reason why, because once I realized that and I began to work on myself, I was just like, oh my goodness, like it's getting better now. It's great. It's been fantastic. And so, I mean, you're gonna notice a change in my demeanor, in my personality. Now, I will say that I like to goof around. If you ever watch me and Red One's Candy do Let's Plays or whatever, you're gonna see us just goof around like we do in real life. It's hilarious. We are insane. Like, we are fairly calm when we're on our own, but when you get us together, it's just outrageous. I mean, that guy's like my blood brother, even though we're not related by blood. He's the closest thing that I have to a brother. But I mean, I'm also a fairly mellow guy too, believe it or not, and so you'll be hearing me speak in a more calm voice, and I'll be like this, and I'll discuss things and things like that. I mean, I know a lot of people have like their one voice when they do a channel. I'm not good at that, and I think that's not good for all people, because they'll like a certain aspect of me. But I mean, that's just part of the whole package here, is that I have to offer up a variety of who I am, because I am all of it, all of those things that you see there. And yeah, it's weird to talk about myself more, but when I went through that and I got out this day, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do everything that I need to do this day. Then tonight, I'm going to set aside time. I'm going to record, and I'm going to talk about a little bit about what I was going through. I mean, I don't have to go through every bloody detail. It's not required. It's not needed. But let's see. Do they want to trade with me? Huh. Well, I like that idea. Let's do that, Batu. I like your mustache, Batu. Now get out my land. But yeah, so I mean, I just told myself, oh wow, they conquered a lot. That's going to be interesting. I'll probably keep a garrison back there to hold the lands of Khand. A fairly large one too. I found out that most of my money doesn't come from my taxes, but actually from trade, which I thought was interesting. Though I'm sure having all the extra buildings helps with trade, because I have a lot of little nice things that I can trade with people. Okay, Dominion of Isengard, I think not. I mean, look over here. We have 23,000 for trade, 18,000 for taxes. My army upkeep is 30,000, construction 11,000, corruption and other 12,000. I'll have to change up my capital eventually to kind of meet my new needs. All right, let's see. I'm gonna keep on sending men potentially to Corondage over there to the east. A bit like that, my friends. All right, very good. Now, Borderman is almost ready. We're gonna move him up a little bit as well. For long, he's moving up now. I'm going to go ahead and send in many new men. There we go. We have another huge force on the way. And they're all moving this way. So we'll all move this way. Then I'll probably spend my own time to move my men back up to near Minas Tirith. And we'll begin a new campaign eventually. I may even consider taking ships. Who knows? Alright, so we have my one army over here ready to attack Kruk Byodla. Or not yet because we're being blocked actually. That's curious. Alright, let's go over there. That's fine. And then Kalamir is heading towards the capital. That's what we're doing right now. I want to let the spy go ahead and go north up to this town. Another large town of Veriags, another general, Yidelig the Wrathful. Apparently there's a lot of angry people in this faction. Yeah, we're taking a little bit of time to prep up for this kind of war here, but it will eventually come our way. That's going to be fantastic for us all. Where are you? I'm Lord Conan. I don't want to go there. Here's Vladimir over here. Alright, so you're there. Vladimir is where? I had him. Did I push him along? Yes, I did. Okay, he's over here waiting. I have my third army getting into position. Will they be able to reach? Not really. I'll have to wait 2 more turns. You're ready, so... Well, almost ready. Let's end that turn. I'll drink some water real quick. Ah, there we go. Man. And I know some people might have some questions like, when do I plan on going back to university? Well, that'll probably be next year. I actually spoke with Red One's Candy and we'll be attending together. We'll be going back. I mean, like, I'm not really in a rush, alright? I'm 22 years old. I want to finish it up, and so I shall. I had different aspects of my life that, I guess, caused challenges to appear, and I've conquered them as they have come now, and I'm proud of myself for that. I've grown as a person, intellectually, spiritually, mentally, and otherwise, so I really feel no shame in what I've done. I've been able to do things that I never thought that I could, so it's all been a great experience, and I mean, we'll just continue on from there, and I'll still be here. And I hope that this spring, this summer, I'll be doing a vlog series. Some of you may have also seen my Surreal talks and things like that. I'll be doing more of that on a separate channel for vlogs alone, where I'm going to cover a lot of stuff here. Some of it, not everyone will like. I'm going to probably cover my point of view because I feel as though a man should never be afraid to... I mean, I'm not saying that you should just be rude to people, but you shouldn't be afraid to express your opinions based off of what other people might react to it with. I mean... Now, I'm saying that if you're in a crowd and they're probably going to kill you, then maybe you should. That's probably a good idea, but I'm saying for the most part, you should exercise your right to express yourself, whether popular or unpopular, because just because the majority disagrees with you does not always mean you're wrong. I mean, that is a proven thing there, is that often you will have a majority opinion that is not always right. That's why a direct democracy was not always the best idea, especially in more current times whenever... I guess the opinions of people can be more easily swayed because they either don't have the interest, access, or care, or time to really look into topics that really determine their own lives. And so I can understand that. I mean, of course, that's why education is a very important thing, so that you can learn about what might be and what might not be, instead of you're just being told what it is. And I'm being very vague because I'm never going to be specific when it comes to that. Now, I do understand that I just said that you shouldn't be afraid, but I also am not going to cause vitriol in a video based off of political or religious topics. That's one thing that I will certainly stay away from. Social issues are a bit more fair. That's kind of like a middle ground for most people, but when it goes beyond that, I'm not going to cause that, because the internet, in my view, is not the best place to have a discourse on that. I find the internet is a place to gain knowledge, to learn. But as far as having a civil conversation, I would prefer to be in person, face-to-face, talking, rather than typing or giving one statement on a vlog. Because usually I know with how fast things run in my head, I miss a point of view that I mean to cover. And I can't go back and reiterate and add that and amend that whenever it's like a set video. But I mean, it's all about the appropriate time and place whenever you talk about these topics. And that to me is very important. And that to me is vital to being able to have a conducive and productive conversation with people on topics that may be a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, let's see. I'm finally ready. I've been taking so long. Okay, so, are you ready, Calamir? Not yet. Okay, we gotta move you a little bit further. Oh, come on! You very eggs of Gond! Gond! I just love doing that now. I'm just gonna do it. Like, every time they try to mess with me, I'm just gonna scream that out. Gond! And people will be like, shut up, God! You're an idiot! I'm like, man, I'm gonna scream con if I want to scream con. Damn! Alright, let's go look over here now. A little bit more. A little bit more. Oh, look at all these shiny units I have. Yeah, see, now my upkeep is becoming ridiculous because I'm having to recruit so many. I'm going to lower my taxes over in Eastern Osgiliath now to increase my growth. I mean, it's only 0.5, but I'm going to keep on increasing it. That way we can quickly, hopefully, merge this place if it is a script in this mod. It might not be. I know some people were like, hey, do that so you'll combine them. But, I mean, it may not be. I hope it is. I hope that's like a basic thing that's in this game. That would be nice. Get my special Osgiliath units. It should be, though. I'm thinking it is. And some people said that I should buy these towns from Dole and Roth. That's actually a good idea. If it didn't take so long to recruit, I would go ahead and just disband everything and then kind of go from there. I really recruited so many men. I have an outrageous amount right now. It's incredible. I've brought so many men to my front lines. I still have more to bring over. See that? A lot of them. Alright, you two can stay behind. The rest of you can go forward. I'm going to need you for a garrison wherever I need you, of course. So it's going to bring you out. The rest of you, I'm going to bring over to Faramir. They're going to move over to Kruk Mahor and also to this area over here, that other Vidiag town. As I have another army coming over, more men coming over. I'm going to let you go, Turlin, and also you, Denethor. You're going to go forward and help out a little bit. Alright, you're going to go ahead and end this turn now. But pretty soon we'll be ready to go. And even then, I'll probably build up a savings in my treasury. That way, if I do go into red for a turn due to a lack of trade with a certain faction, I can just go ahead and at least save myself a few turns of having income instead of going directly into the red, which I'm... Oh, hello. Oh, good. They're not a bad faction, I believe. So we'll trade with them, too. And apparently their power is supreme, and I know that they're a counter to the Men of Runes. So I'm hoping that they're actually that little dip there that you might be able to see. Oh, I learned how to zoom in. I think it's like... Yeah, it's F2. See that? Those are my lands, baby. And the dark blue is my line of sight, which is always so nice. Very good for me. Alright. We're doing well. I think one game that I might touch up on just came out. Is Game Tycoon 1.5. I mean, it's been in development, but it finally came out, so I'll probably give that a go. I'm a lost man. Help me, Ediford. No, Ediford, you get nothing from me. You will get nothing. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. Boop. Done. Let's see. How many... Ooh, that's a fairly large force. Neat. Let's go to bring out these guys now. How many do we have over here? Oh, it looks like they're actually spawning men in as I attack them. Interesting. We're at war now, so I'll just have to wait a few turns in order for them to actually attack me. And we'll probably wait on that idea to occur. I'm not quite to that location yet, unfortunately, but I'll be there eventually. I'll need to bring in some more men to help me out. Here, hold on. Let's go bring out this force too. Boink. Have them do their thing. Okay, so over here, I need more men to help out at Galaskill, with Galaskill. I'm gonna go and send in some more guys. Let's see, we have Amrun over here. I'm sending in a great amount of men to Korandaj. That way we can send in more armies to help out should we need it, which we might. I might go after Ruin, I might not. We'll have to see. No, I might have to go after a good faction, unfortunately, like the Rohirrim. Now, I mean, that's tragic and all. It's not based on lore, but none of this is here. None of this is. So I might have to do that. I mean, when you think about the actual extent of the Kingdom of Gondor, it was immense. I mean, if you count Arnor and everything else they had, like the land of the Rohirrim and things like that, the Kingdom of Gondor was absolutely immense. I mean, monumental in my view. Incredible. Okay, there's our 180 coins. I need all the money that I can get. Freaking idiot. Alright. They might end up attacking me. That's a possibility. I don't know if it'll happen. There better not. Don't you try to bribe that location. No, we're not getting a ceasefire. I'm just going to take over your land unless you want to become a vassal. Well, then no. I mean, we can't have any type of discussion if you're not willing to compromise and become my vassal no matter what with no compromise. Just saying. Alright. Let's see. One moment. Well, no. Okay. Almost time to end that next turn. I just need to keep on moving my men. I guess I'll go ahead and just keep ending turns until we get to a battle that I really need to fight. Now, I want to go ahead and wait them out. That's a tactic that I used to use in my previous campaigns. It's very effective. Alright, I don't lose men due to attrition. And also from that point on, if I wait them out, they come to fight me. That's beneficial for me. I don't have to go ahead and retrain all my armies. I can keep on. If I retain most of my armies, I can combine them and potentially go after Rune from behind. I might send in a few armies back up to go ahead and conquer them from the front as well. That way we can hit them from 2 little locations. Most likely I won't do that because it takes a long time to get through the Dead Marsh or whatever it's called. Oh, they lost their capital. That's terrible. Let's see. Alkfud sacked. Huh. Those poor guys are having a tough time. That's right, I'm going after you. You're not going to do very well here, Vediags of Gond. Let's see, faction announcements. We have a new family member. Bada here is doing his thing. Alright, let's keep on looking. Oh, get some more soldiers on the way. Now, how many do we need to fight here? Quite a few. Ooh. Ooh, those guys are deadly looking. Look at them. They're scary. I don't like them. They frightens me. They frightens me, I said. Alright, let's see over here. I'm going to bring another force in. Now I can go ahead and begin to move on. So I shall call skill. You're 65 now? What? You're so old. Fortlong, how old are you now? 58. Damn. You old. I didn't know they were so old. That's crazy to me. I wonder how long they'll live. Oh well. Go forth, call skill. I'm going to send him out now. Where am I going to send him to? I'm going to send him... Is that a Vediag town? It is. Okay, I'll go up there then. I'll go up there and handle that. Okay, actually, you know what? I wanted to go down here. Take Madash. They have their faction leader there, so I want to kill their king, or their Khan Arkish the Just. That would be nice for me. Alright, I have some more men on the way, I believe. Yes, I do. Let's get them all together. Got another big chunk of men down here. So I want to be able to besiege almost every single location. I could have waited and probably got them all by waiting for my armies, but I chose not to do that. Here's Misty, and he's 52. Okay, he's about to get again. Go ahead and recruit some more soldiers for me. Minutes to death again. Hello. How's it going, guys? Pretty well? Good. Alright. I'm going to keep my children there. They're kind of silly looking, but I will go ahead and send them into towns and potentially become a governor of such locations, such as Osgiliath. Does he add? No, I think one of my buildings added a 0.5 here. I'll go ahead and work on this cattle farming and add a 1.5. Does he add a 0.5? It's at 3.5 right now, so if I get him out, what's it at? Okay, well, he doesn't really add a growth to it. That's okay. I'll just send him over there for now to go guard that location. More rangers are always good. I'm going to go ahead and send in these guys as well. I'll probably be running low on money soon. I have no clue, but it's a possibility. I guess I'll look at after next turn. Alright, we're almost done here. And then we'll have our fantastic battle. Ooh. We'll have to have a cool battle too. Let's go ahead and take a look now. Thranduil's Realm. But remember, that was one of my favorite factions to play in the Second Age, a custom map for Warcraft 3 on Battle.net. It was an exquisite map there, all custom. All custom stuff there for the most part. Edited, they added in custom buildings, heroes, and it took skill on how you used your heroes in order to win with the hundreds of men that you could potentially get by doing what you need to do. And there were hidden items and lore. You could access some of the... Is it the Valdar? Anyway, you could go ahead and do that, and that to me was amazing. Oh, Galadrim's Realm is now fighting the Easterlings of Rune. That's very good. They must have come very far. Alright, let's see. One moment. Ah, it was Valar. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, you could access them, and some of them could give you unique and special items, especially for certain heroes, and it was based on the Battle of the Last Alliance and things like that. And they had amazing events that you could trigger, and I really enjoyed it quite a bit. But my friends, I'm going to go and see all of you later, and as always, until then,